Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. It has been way too long. I have officially moved to my new place. Excuse if there's any like echoing, weird noises. I'm still trying to figure out this space here, hence the weird setup right now. I'm kind of just placing a camera onto boxes facing the window and all of that to get these videos filmed. So hopefully by the next time you see another round of videos, I have something better set up, you know, with like my futon or more art on the walls, something like that, so it's not so boring. But anyways, today I'm going to be doing my deck of panning update. I have missed the last one, yeah, so end of May, because I was of course in the middle of moving and everything was just not timed well, and so I wasn't able to do an update, and that's the reason why I have missed it. But today we are going to be doing an update no matter what. I am about a week, maybe a week and a half behind on the June update, but you know what, it is what it is, and I'd rather have something put out there and continue to work through my makeup than wait another month just to match the timeline. So we're gonna do that. For this video, of course, I do my deck of panning update, and then later on I do my no pan left behind update. So let's do the deck of panning first and go through the products that were rolled in. So the first product that I have listed, and also the first one that will be rolling out, is this Gisou lip gloss in glazed plum, and this one was rolled in for the prompt tourist, meaning I choose a product that is foreign or inspired by a country that I want to visit or have visited. So this is the lip gloss. As you can tell, I have put in a little bit of work and I have used up a little bit of it already, and I've used this actually 16 times, which was pretty easy because this was one of the makeup items that I packed away where I could still use it during the time frame of like us moving and I won't be able to have access to my makeup and stuff. So this was packed in my makeup bag, and I was able to use this as the primary lip gloss for makeup looks that I had going on. So I'm pretty proud of myself to be able to get one additional use to the goal, which is 15 uses. So this one will be rolling out. This is one of those products that I got in my box, my Ipsy box, and I used it twice or something like that, and I just put it away. So having this rolled into this project helped me be able to kind of learn more about the product itself, whether or not I liked it, and it's a pretty decent lip gloss. The applicator itself is a little flimsy, which I'm not used to because all my other lip glosses, the applicator is a little stiffer, but this one was fine. I got used to the applicator after like the 5th use, and also I like the packaging because it kind of like is shaped like this where you can grab it and grip it and it won't like slide through your fingers, which I really like. But anyways, this is gonna be rolled out. All right, y'all, this is my Essence brow lifting gel set, and this one was rolled in for the hit a pan. And of course, the goal for this product was to hit a pan. And this is the #1 product that I have been using for the brows. And if I did do my update regularly, so if I did not miss my May update, I would not have been able to roll this out yet. But since, of course, I am an update behind, I am able to roll this out because you hear that? I have hit pan. You probably won't be able to see it because it's a clear gel, but I've hit pan right, oh, where is it? Right here, towards the center. And so this is also going to be rolling out. I'm still going to be using this every single day to get as much use as possible. I hit pan this week. So today, not this week, is it? Today's Monday. I hit pan on the weekend, so like Friday or Saturday, one of the days. And I was like, oh my gosh, another product I can finally roll out when I do my deck of panning update. And so I'm so proud of myself. I hit pan on this product with 33 uses. So that's the second item that we'll be rolling out. The third product is my Natasha Denona Cupid Duo. This is a cream blush and a powder highlighter duo. And this one was rolled in for the prompt Spotlight a Panner, which means reminds you of them or product they've panned or love. And I chose to spotlight Erin Taylor because I really like her content. I think I spoke about it the last time I did an update on this project. But she's a very chill girl, and she likes K-pop, which I love K-pop too. And the way that she reasons with herself when it comes to spending or living her life is something that I also want to strive to be when I get older and everything. So anyways, I chose a Natasha Denona product because every time I see Natasha Denona, it just makes me think of Erin Taylor because she has a lot of palettes from her and a lot of other products from her. And so I associate this brand with Erin. So that's the reason why I picked this. And the goal for this product was to use each product 10 times, and I sure did that. So for the cream blush, I used it 11 times, so I got 1 additional use, and same with the highlighter, I got 11 uses out of this. And I was able to really determine whether or not this was a product that I really liked or if it should be one of those products that I declutter or something like that, because this was on the chopping block last year, and I have decided after being able to use it a little bit more in this project, I am going to keep this duo in my makeup collection just because of the convenience. And I learned that with this blush, do not go light on it, at least to me. Don't lightly pat it and like put it on the cheeks. You gotta go ham with the brush and really swirl it in. And if you feel like it's too much, then you can disperse it on the back of your hand and put it on the cheeks. And that's how I was able to get a really good dip on this blush. Really good blush. I liked it a lot. I was able to use it during the time of moving and everything. This was packed in my everyday makeup everyday makeup bag, and I really liked it. I'm sorry if my glasses is glaring. I could take it off for y'all, but I really want to see how this is gonna look like. So excuse the glare. Next time I will wear contacts or just take it off. But this is the first video that I'm doing coming back. So excuse the glare if it bothers you. I'm so sorry. Do let me know. But maybe I'll take it off when I introduce the roll-ins, because I won't have to like look at my notes and stuff like that. But anyways, like the cream blush, the highlighter is really good still. I like it for really putting on the points of my nose, my cheeks, and all that. And I did get a dip in this too. I don't know if you can tell, but I do really like this highlight as well. This is a very nice highlight. I can go very light on it and give a really nice healthy sheen to the cheeks, or I can go very heavy and look super like highlight to the moons kind of look. Really like this duo still, and it's very compact, so I might travel with this again. I remember talking about this duo and how I traveled with it last year when I went to Texas for a work event, and I did not like how the blush was laying on the skin. It could be the temperatures and the climate difference that was like messing with my makeup application and my skin, but I may travel with this again. Hopefully I don't regret it. But anyways, this is rolling out as well. Next is my e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm in Peach. This one was rolled in for the prompt gifted, so a gift received or gift with purchase or PR. This was one that was gifted to me. The goal for this product was to finish, and I used this 26 times. Yeah. I used this 26 times. This is almost finished. I could call it finished and just be done with it, but I have, I believe, at least 2 to 3 more applications to go. So I am going to keep this in my project until I completely empty it out. I am not going to cut it open and really scrape out the product because I don't love this product enough to do that. But I will use it all up up to the point where I can no longer get any more product out organically. So hopefully 3 to maybe 5 more uses with this and I could roll this out. But as of now, I'm going to keep this in the project until then. The last product that I rolled in was for the prompt brand you own the most from, and it was ColourPop. And I rolled in all my lippy sticks with the goal of using each shade one time to determine whether or not I wanted to declutter them. And I was only able to use 4 of them. However, I have decided to declutter all of these because when I was unpacking and I was smelling some of them, they were smelling very old, like a very vintage crayon smell, you know what I mean? Like, so you know how sometimes, I don't know if this is like your experience, but when I was younger, and I would forget that I got like a box of crayons like, I don't know, years ago, right? For example, like if I was in 5th grade, I would go through all of my clutter to declutter my room because my mom would yell at me to clean my room, right? I would find boxes of crayons that were like hidden in the closet that were hella old, that were like from kindergarten or something, or 1st grade. And it really stunk up everything that was in the proximity of that crayon box, and this is what it smelled like. So as much as I would like to still test these out to see if the shades match what I have been liking and shades that I want to dupe in my collection and all that, I am going to declutter all of these because they are too old to keep in my makeup collection and justifying them to stay in my collection. However, because of my Project 10 uses last year, I was able to get 10 uses on every single one of these shades. So I don't feel too bad for decluttering all of these today. Now that we have all those out of the way, which were basically all new roll-ins in April, this is the only product that was rolled in originally when I first started this project, I believe. And this is my Oh Snap lip liner. I am so breathy right now because it's the end of the day. For this lip liner, I have used this 12 times since the last update, meaning I got 74 uses out of this lip liner total right now. And it's looking really good, y'all. Like, I still have this much left, but it's smaller than my hand, and I have small hands, just saying. But it's definitely getting there, and I feel like maybe 2 more months of work we'll be able to finish this. This is the only product that is staying in, right? Besides this lip balm here. Everything else is being rolled out. So that means I am going to be rolling in 4 new prompts. I have my deck of cards right here. Of course, this is the Nightmare Before Christmas deck that I love so much. We are going to shuffle, or I'm gonna shuffle. You're gonna look at whatever I put on the screen, which is basically the shuffleboard or the game board, whatever they call it. And I haven't looked at the board myself, so I am looking at the board with y'all. And it looks like it is a pretty good variety. Looks like Emily has really done a good job at randomizing this time around. So let's shuffle this and pick 4 cards. I dropped a card already. So that will be the first prompt since it decided to pick itself. Okay, let's see. Queen of Hearts. So for the prompt Queen of Hearts, it is veto. Oh, okay. So let me just veto. What does that mean? So veto means kick something out of kick something out of the project if you wish. Redraw a card to choose a new product. Okay, I'm actually just going to redraw a card because I am perfectly fine with what I have in my project right now. So let me just do one more shuffle. Okay, and 7 of clubs, which stands for, 7 of clubs stands for gemstone. Oh, nice. Next, I am going to draw another one. 7 of diamonds. Okay, pencil, which it seems like a pretty self-explanatory prompt. So we drew 2. I'm gonna shuffle once more and we're gonna draw 2 more prompts. 10 of hearts, which is cream or liquid. Nice. And then 7 of spades. Oh, I'm getting a lot of 7s today. 7 of spades is influenced. Okay, I am back. I have picked out my 4 items. For the prompt, gemstones, which means birthstone, color, name, or inspired by any gemstone, I am going to roll in my About Face eye paint in Tin Pan Alley. This is how it looks like. I don't know if it's going to be catching it on camera, but it has like sort of like a whiter, lighter, highlighty base. But the sparkles in this is blue, silvery. It has some kind of pink hue to it. It was a really thick swatch, but I picked this for my birthstone, which is opal. I'm a October baby, so it was either between opal or pink tourmaline, and I decided to go with opal. As soon as I picked this out of my collection and I swatched it, I was like, oh yeah, that's really nice for opal. So I didn't really try too hard to see if there was a better option for the pink tourmaline birthstone. So I am rolling this one in for the gemstone prompt with a goal of 10 uses on this one. The next product is for the prompt pencil, which is an eyeliner, brow pencil, lip pencil. I have a lot of lip pencils to go through, and I decided to pick one that I may not organically pick outside of projects. So I decided to go with the shade I Heart This. This doesn't look like it's been used yet, and that's also another reason why I decided to go with this lip pencil, because I haven't used this one yet and I don't want my lip pencils to go unused. This is how it looks like. It's a really nice pink. This one is definitely going to be a really good one to line the lips and shade in the corner of the lips, and then put a gloss on top. I think it's gonna be very pretty. With this one, I'm not gonna be too hard with the goal. I'm gonna just do 5 uses just to see how I feel about it, how I like this color. Dark pinks like this are hard for me to use, especially in a lip pencil form. So 5 uses should be good, should be doable to reach by the next update. The next product is for the prompt cream or liquid. I decided to go for cream since I have more creams than liquids in terms of makeup as of right now. So I decided to go with my Mally cheek stick in Rose and Shine. This is how it looks like in the packaging. It looks really dark, but it has a kind of illuminating profile to it. Profile? Is that the right word? But anyways, it looks very bronzery. Not bronzery. Bronzer. That's the word. Very bronzer-like. As you can tell, there's that sheen to it. That illuminating words. Oh my gosh. Anyways, you can tell, right, on camera that it has that sheen, that shine to it. So I chose this because I want something that it's a little different from what I have been using lately, which is my Pink Dahlia ABH blush stick. So that one is gonna have a 10 use goal on it. I think it's gonna be relatively easy to do since I do love my blushes, and I could always partner this up with my go-to lip products, not lip products, blush products that are in my longer term projects. And last but not least is the prompt influence. So something that I purchased, or what I'm saying, I purchased that's influenced by someone's review, and I decided to go with my e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil, the Glimmer Finish in Crystal Baller. I think I've only used this one time. And so I decided to pick this one for this prompt because when these came out, not just the shimmer finish, but just the regular ones that came out, you know, the more clearer, translucent ones, I saw a lot of good reviews on it. A lot of people spoke positively about it. So I thought that this would be a really good time to pull this out and see how I feel about shimmer finishes, because y'all know, if y'all watched my previous videos, I talked about how I'm not a big fan of having glitters in my lip glosses and lip oils, but for some reason I have been liking it a little bit more now. I think the Gisou lip gloss changed my mind, so I wonder if this one is also going to change my mind and liking more of a shimmer and glimmer, glittery kind of finish to my lip glosses and oils. This one's gonna be rolled in for a 15 use goal. So now that we have those rolled in, let me put these products back, let me put my cards back, and then we will get into the No Pan Left Behind update. Moving on to the No Pan Left Behind update, I just want to put it out there and get out of the way. All of these palettes are gonna be rolling out. We are going to start with this palette here. This is my Dose of Colors Sassy Sienna. Oh, that reflection. And this one is overall a pretty easy palette to get through. This is a all matte palette. These are all very, very nice colors for a very go-to natural subtle look. So I was able to get this whole palette done with one look. I was thinking of whether or not I wanted to keep this in the collection or declutter it to one of my sisters, because she also likes a lot of neutral, natural browns and pinks and stuff like that. And this one was going to be a really good one that she wanted to take off my hands if I didn't want it anymore. And just playing with it, I think I might still keep it. We'll see how I feel at the end of the year, whether or not if I wanted to keep it still. Next is my ColourPop So Elemental palette. I believe I curated 2 looks. I would have to look on my phone again, but this one is a very cool gray brown palette. Very, very nice change of vibes and colors with everything going on, especially as it gets warmer, gets some very summery. It gets, you know, makes me feel like I really want to just put on pink looks or brownie looks and be out the door. But this one brings back the frostiness of winter on days that is super hot and humid. So I really like this palette still. Really still love all of the colors. But Malibu Waves, this shimmer here, so beautiful. I don't know if you can tell, but this is so pretty. Is this watching well enough? But it is so pretty for all over the eyes. It's giving me Elsa, it's giving me Frozen. Really love that shimmer. It's my favorite. Moving on, I have my Butter London Natural Goddess palette, which is a palette that I depotted and added to my magnetic Z palette here. And it's these last three six. These 6 shades I was able to use up. I was able to get those out of the way relatively easy because most of them are shimmers anyways. And I'm not complaining, actually. I really like it. I was able to do a very nice natural look with the browns and the bronze. And then I was able to do something that was a little bit more dark, more dramatic. And then, yeah, I believe I was able to use the blues in different, and the green shimmer in different looks. But it looks like I didn't get a photo of it. I must have not gotten it. Oh wait, I mixed the green in with the more dramatic winged look. So that is also a palette that is out of the way. Moving on, I have my Juvia's Place, the Violet. This one is a very, very gorgeous one, very purpley, really up my alley. When I first purchased this and I tried using all of these together as like a no pan left behind before I added to my collection officially, I wasn't too sure about this because I knew I liked my purples. I just wasn't sure if I liked these kinds of purples. But putting them back on the eyes, I'm really giving it another chance. I do like this palette a lot. It is still not a palette that I feel like I can create multiple looks with. I feel like this one, very nice purple palette. Don't get me wrong, but I need some browns. I need some other pinks, you know, some other kinds of colors to make some of these shades work. I did, however, try my best to see if I was able to create one whole look with all of these shades, and I was able to. So the look that I created with this palette, I actually really like. I feel like it really brings out my brown eyes. In these photos, you can't really tell because my brown eyes are very dark in these photos, but in the sun, it brings out my brown eyes, which I really like. And I don't know, it just adds a very nice, badass, big girl energy kind of look that makes me feel very, I don't know, very empowered by. So I really like it. Last but not least, I have my Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Vault palette in Bling Boss. This is also a purple palette here, really nice. I was able to get a lot of nice looks with this one. I also was able to kind of partner these two palettes up and darken up some of my looks, add more purples to the looks when it looked too pinks, looked too mauve, you know, and everything. So I really like this palette as well. I don't know how much longer I want to keep this palette because it is getting up there in age, but just putting it on the eyes, y'all, like I still really like the color story. I really like how it just looks on my eyes. Yeah, so those are all of the palettes that I am rolling out. I am going to pull up my app now and we are gonna roll in new palettes. Okay, I have it pulled up. My camera is going to die soon if I don't hurry up. So, sound on, and we are rolling it together. Ace Beauté Gwendora. I already did this one, so let me hide that slice. Again, this is an app where the slices don't stay hidden, I don't think. And so I have to do it again. Bling Boss, let's hide that one. I think these are the ones that I forgot to hide last time. So let me just do it again. Hopefully we get one that we can pull in. Give Them Lala Beauty. Oh, did I use that one already? Let me see. I need to keep tabs on my palettes. No, okay. So let's do that one. Give Them Lala. Okay, and now let's hide that slice and do another selection. Ace Beauté Whimsical Bloom, already did that one. Let's speed this up. What is it? Jaclyn Hill 2. Oh, okay. That was one of my Panda palettes last year, but I don't think I've touched it this year yet, so I am perfectly okay with that. Ace Beauté Vintage Dawn, I already did that one. Oops, I forgot to hide that slice. Oh, my bad. Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous. Let me just double check to make sure. No, I don't. So Armed and Gorgeous. Okay, 2 more to go. Let's hide this. Do another. Oh, I already did that one. Let's hide that slice. Violet Voss Essentials. No. Okay, so let's do Violet Voss Essentials. Okay, 1 more. Let's get a good one here. ColourPop, It's My Pleasure. I feel like I already did that one. Did I not? Oh, I guess not. Okay. So ColourPop, It's My Pleasure. I'm going to pull these out and then I will be right back to show you how they look like. Okay, I am back with all 5 palettes. So Give Them Lala, this is how it looks like. It's a pretty big palette. It's a 9-pan palette and these are really big pans, almost like they should be blush, you know, pans. But yeah, these are really big pans, way bigger than the usual eyeshadow pans that you would usually see, but that's okay. This is the palette, the Grown Woman palette. Something smells. I don't know, something in the air kind of smells and it's kind of like, I'm not liking it. Anyways, this is a really nice palette. Very nice, neutral, natural looking palette. When you look at this, it looks quite boring, but putting it on the eyes, it just elevates your look, you know? This is definitely one that I can probably travel with, especially on professional work trips, because I can create a lot of looks with this palette and it will go with my outfits and everything. So I'm really excited to really dig into these colors again. Wow, my voice just cracked. And get some more use out of, excuse me, get some more use out of this and really see if it's a palette that I can pass along or still keep in my collection. Some of these shades I can even use like as a bronzer or like a blush, like Cowboy Kisses, Boss Lady, and Bridal Party. These are probably nice matte shades that I can use on the face as well. So I'm excited to dig into that, especially since it is now summer. The next palette is the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. This one has been very well loved since this was a Panda palette last year. And I'm actually really excited to dig into this again. It's gonna give me more options with, you know, my Panda palette for this year, and also I can pair it with all of these other palettes that I have going on. So I'm actually really excited to go back and dig into some of these shades because I do like a lot of these colors. I already have 4 pans. Maybe I can expand a little bit of it with the usage. And then just being able to get some more use out of some of these shimmers that have been neglected since I was able to get, like, you know, the use out of it using like this Post-it. If you know, you know. But very excited. I'm hoping to get a lot of looks out of this palette. Definitely, probably, and will not be a palette that I'm gonna travel with though, just because it's so big, but I might change my mind depending. Next is another Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the Armed and Gorgeous one. This is the yellow, more warm-ish kind of palette, and it is very, very gorgeous. Look at that. I could pair this with the 2 palettes I just presented. I could also pair this with other shadows in different projects. I am really, really excited to use this. The shadow that I am the most excited to use is VIP, which is this silver right here. Honestly, so beautiful. Look at that. I can use that as an inner corner. center of the lid. Look at that. Oh my gosh. The fourth palette is my Violet Voss Essentials. This one was a candidate for Pen That palette for this year, 2026, but it didn't make it. And that's perfectly fine because I knew I was going to be able to pull it into this project to get some love on it. And so this is a really nice color story. It adds just enough, you know, variety for dramatic eye looks and enough colors for, you know, a non-traditional eye look, but also some of these some of these shades I can create very natural professional looks with it. So very, very nice. And it comes with the black as well. I am going to try my best to use this black as a liner to really get some use on it. It is a really, really nice black, so I really like it. I'm really excited to use this palette again. It's been loved in the past and then it's been neglected, so hopefully I can get some love on this before it is time to retire it, because it is up there in age as well. I think this one is at least 4 to 5 years old, so I'm glad to have that pulled in and use it for the summertime. And last but not least, it is my ColourPop. It's my Pleasure palette. This one is a purple palette. I know I have a lot of different purple palettes out there, so I really don't need any more, but I feel like every purple palette that I do have in my collection, like purple pink palettes, the purples give me a different kind of color story and vibe to it. And this is a very purple pink leaning sort of palette. And so I don't really reach for it all too often when I really want a grungy, super dark, dramatic purple eye look. This is more of like, I want purples with my pinks, you know what I mean? But this is a really, really beautiful palette. The color that I'm probably most excited to use is Mr. Sandman, which is the shimmer right here. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Look at that. Can you see? So gorgeous. I thoroughly love that shimmer. When I put it on my eyes, I just feel like I feel so feminine, you know, so feminine, and like professional at the same time. You know how some looks make you look sexy feminine, like you're ready to go out clubbing, partying, and you look like the shit? This, when I put on the eyes, I look like the woman in the office that everyone like turns to, you know, and ask for approval, or, you know, ask their questions away. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm going on a rant, and this video is probably already gonna be long enough. So anyways, I said anyways already. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for just being here. I know these updates are very long overdue, but thank you so much for just your patience, your understanding, and I am just ready to get back into it and to be here with y'all and talk about makeup and my life and updates and what's going on in the world and all of that. So if you like these kinds of videos, like and subscribe. Hit that, I'm gonna say hit that like button again, but I already said like and subscribe. Wow, it's been a day. It's been a day. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Comment down below on what you would like to see next. And yeah, bye.